Welcome back to the channel. Today I have my iPhone 17 Pro Max. I'm going to do a quick unboxing and a little comparison with the 16 Pro Max. Just more in terms of size, weight, nothing super in depth. Obviously, you know, the 17 Pro Max is probably going to be better, what we hope. But also just want to talk a little bit about whether it's worth actually upgrading and why I actually upgraded. Because I think this year for most people, if you have the 16 for example, probably not worth upgrading. So go through, unbox it, and we'll just kind of talk along and talk about why I upgraded. All right, so why should you potentially upgrade to the 17 Pro Max? So I decided to get silver. I don't think any of the other colors are actually any good. Orange, this looks weird to me. The blue, yeah, I didn't have any interest in that. So it had to be white kind of by default, even though it's my old phone, so I do kind of like white. This phone is actually titanium, the 16 Pro Max. I've got a white case, but the color is actually the natural titanium. I don't think anybody really should update to 17 Pro Max, really. From 16 at least. If you got like a 12, maybe. But I would even say that if you could hold out for one more year, it might be worth it. You know, I was really tempted by the iPhone Air. I think that's a very compelling choice. The problem is though, it's just the battery life. It makes it unworkable. I think the battery life makes it unworkable. But in terms of like the thinness of the design of the 17, not 17 Air, just iPhone Air, and it just felt like a new phone. So maybe there's a bit of novelty to that. But like I'm saying, I think for next year, because Apple is potentially going to go and do a foldable phone, I think this is worth waiting for. Because you know, these are big purchases for most people. For me, I get it through work kind of, so I can actually pay it off over a year rather than all in one go. So it's not so bad. Yeah, let's see. First impressions. Why is it stuck? Okay, well, I'll just leave that. Right. This is the worst unboxing. Alright, cool. So let me get rid of this. Alright, cool. So take this out. So this is the new aluminum design. So you can see side by side. I don't know, it kind of feels lighter, and it should probably, because titanium is a heavier metal than aluminum, but so it does feel a little bit lighter, kind of strangely. Let's take this off. And you know, as per usual, there is no plugs, so it's just the phone. I've heard people say this feels more like a toy, less premium because of the aluminum. I don't know, I feel like this, you know, this does feel more premium. And you know, the older iPhones, like if you remember the 10s and stuff, that stuff felt more premium. I've heard people say it's like a toy, or you know, I wouldn't say that. And it does feel solid in your hand. You know, the brush metal was quite soft and slippery, so get those cases on. I'll probably get this case again from Casetify. This is not sponsored or anything, but I do like this case. So I'm gonna get this one for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. A bit on the pricier side. So it's more like $50, $60 rather than like $10. So let's boot this up. You know what, let me also unbox. I got like a really cheap case, just for the time being. So I got this very cheap phone case which comes with a screen protector. This is like super cheap, under $10 or something like that. So I think it's definitely worth getting a case. So I've already got the Caseify case for this coming, but I think it's in production or something, so it's going to take a couple weeks. So I have to wait for that. So in the meantime, I'll use this cheap one. And just to go back to the upgrading stuff. Yeah, I do think it's worth waiting for Apple to actually do something new, because since the 12, or let's say the 13, not much has changed, you know, in terms of the design. Obviously now something has changed a little bit because it's now back to aluminum, but you know, it's kind of much of a muchness, not too much change. But I would wait. I think there's some novelty. If you want the best camera, maybe it's worth it, but in truth, since iOS gets updated every time, I don't actually think it's worth buying a new iPhone. But if you're a tech enthusiast like me, maybe it makes sense. So let's see this case. So this is the El Cheapo case, so I'm not expecting too much, but you'll do the job for now. What do you guys think? It almost looks like a cassette, the way it's like an old school cassette. Doesn't look bad, I don't think. But yeah, I think I'm still gonna get the Caseify. I think this has better grip as well. I like the ergonomics of this. But this isn't slippery. I would say this is neutral. But yeah, that is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Super simple video. I will come back with a bit more review at some point, but I think it's probably one for most people to skip, if I'm honest. But people can do what they want, obviously. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. It takes a moment for you, but it means the world to me. And I'll catch you in the next one. And yeah, hopefully more videos very, very soon. And more tech and productivity videos. Also, I have a review coming for the AirPods Pro, the new ones. I've tested them extensively now. In many different environments. And yeah, I think I can give a confident recommendation. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.